Empty Epsilon Scenario Scripting Introduction Part 4. Empty Epsilon object class names show up in Pascal case. The functions show up in Camel case, and I try and do the same thing with the functions I write in the scenarios. Variables, I try and use snake case. Now, if you look at some of my other scenarios, I don't do this all the time, but I'm getting better. A single equal sign is for assignment. A double equal sign is for comparison. On to the meat of this video. The player does not know what the goal is. Now, we know because we wrote the scenario. We set up a victory condition where they need to destroy the Kraylor station. Let's send them a message. So we'll go to the script reference and look through message information. And this is what I want. sendCommsMessage. I'm going to copy that. And you'll notice it has to come from a space object and it goes to a player spaceship. So let's make sure we set that up correctly. First thing we need to do is we'll take that station that we set up that's Human Navy and put it in a variable that we can use so that we can send a message from that station to the player. So we're going to call it home station and we're using it here. We will call the function sendCommsMessage. We need a name for the player ship, so let's call the player the player. We'll take that, and that's the first thing that we'll put in as a parameter, and then we put in the message, destroy the Kraylor station. All right, let's save that, run it, and see what happens. Once again, start development intro gets us to the scenario that we're writing. Let's go to the first player, and we'll select all the consoles. Now, when I'm doing this in testing, I know the shortcuts. F6 will take me right to relay. I'm going to answer, and you see that we got the message, and it also shows up in the ship log. Let's go see what the other player got. Once again, F6 will take me to relay. They didn't get a message, and there's nothing in the ship log. So one player is going to know what to do, and the other player is not. Let's fix that. Let's send a message to the other player as well. So the other player ship, let's call it the other player, and we'll use that variable to put in the sendCommsMessage so that the other player will also get the message and know what to do in the scenario. So we run, start, and let's look at what these players get. So first player ship, double check, select all the consoles, start it, go over, and yes, they're hailed. We answer, they get that message, and it also shows up in the ship log. Hooray! To the other player. And what do they get? Yes, they're hailed. They haven't. Instead of answering, though, let's see what happens when they ignore the message. If they ignore the message, they get nothing. Well, that's a problem. Let's just make sure that the players get the information by putting something in the ship log. Don't remember the exact command, so we'll go over and we'll look it up in the script reference. So we're going to look for ship log. There it is. Add to ship log. You notice we don't need a source this time. We're just going to put it in the player spaceship. So we'll start by identifying the player spaceship, the player. We'll put in the new function, add to ship log. Let's just copy the message from the previous message that we sent, put it in there, and then you can specify color. I like magenta because my favorite color is purple. So let's just clone this and make sure it gets sent to the other player as well. All right, save that and run it, and let us see what happens. All right, start development intro. All right, the first player ship, take the consoles, unpause the game, go over to relay, and yes, we can see that the message is in the ship log and it's magenta. And we also get the other message. So we got it in there twice. Destroy the Kraylor station, destroy the Kraylor station. So you should know what to do. For the other player, we're going to again simulate them ignoring that. But you see, they still get the message from the add to ship log. So we know now that the player has the information that they need.